Excuse me. Here's the commissioners. Now, look, about the same. We're going to have 8 teams listed. We're going to miss out on the whole inter-town.
I know.
Excuse me. Is the inter-school stick?
I'm sorry.
You're late.
I know, I'm sorry.
You've been drinking?
Macintosh's farewell.
Oh, yes. Did you drip?
What?
On the floor. Did you drip on the toilet floor?
Do you like it?
And I suppose you used the new cake of soap. Can you do the eyes?
Yep, I'll do the eyes.
Some wine arrived this morning.
Oh, good. Yes. Especially bottled.
Oh. Especially bottled for Colin and Elizabeth Wilson. Oh.
What time are they coming?
Well, I told Judy and Robert 7:30, and Reg and Isabel 7:15, because they're always late.
The later, the better, as far as I'm concerned.
Don't start that again.
A man should be able to celebrate the end of term in the privacy of his own pub. I mean, we see Reg and Isabel every other day. I don't particularly want to meet Judy's husband.
I almost got the impression that you didn't want to come.
Don't let me eat too much tonight.
All your jogging doesn't seem to have done much good.
None. Well, here's to a night of wit and reason.
Try not to fall asleep.
I'm sorry, but boredom and exhaustion do have that effect on me.
And keep Reg off the scotch.
Yeah.
That'll be Jane.
Jane!
All right, I'm not here. Hello?
What's the matter with her?
She's in one of her adolescent moods. Hey, I like the coat.
Oh,
Really.
yeah.
Well, take it off for your drip wine.
What am I? Jack the Dripper?
Yoo-hoo, anyone at home?
No.
Elizabeth?
Hello, Isabel. Reg.
Hello, Elizabeth. Evening. Leaving already?
Well, take it off, Colin.
Congratulations, Colin.
Knew you'd get it.
It's only a new raincoat, Isabel.
What's he talking about? Oh, no use asking me, dear. I never know. Well, drinks, dear.
Oh, yes. Isabel, we've got beer, sherry, gin, vermouth, brandy.
Oh, just a sherry, thanks.
I'd like a scotch, thank you. Keep old Reg off the scotch, eh?
Oh, really?
How did Macintosh's farewell go?
What is it the kids call him?
Plastic Mac.
Well, no one ever dared wear one. He'd take it as a personal insult. Oh, poor Macintosh. Got a silver tray and a cheque. Gave a long, rambling speech about moral standards.
Oh.
Well, nobody knew what he was talking about. Miss Reedy cried.
Oh.
What's this like?
Very good.
Can I borrow it?
Well, not mine.
Yes, look, whose is there?
Nice. Excuse me. Jane? Jane? Ouch.
What's going on?
What? Oh, Jane.
Oh, I don't know what's up with her. I'm sure I wasn't like that at her age.
I'm sure you won't.
Colin, what's the matter with you tonight? Colin?
Oh,
Right, sir.
I'm sorry.
Alas, too late. Walk, don't run.
Here comes the raincoat.
This is the relieving teacher, Mrs. Monahan. Colin Wilson, English and deputy principal. Now, he'll show you around. I must fly.
Yes, look. Look, I'm a little tied up myself at the moment, but I'll get Bob Bryson to give you the grand tour. Bob, would you mind showing Mrs.
Judy.
Judy around? But, well, good luck. Excuse me, sorry. Barging through.
You haven't applied?
No, Reg, I haven't applied.
Why not?
I don't understand the form. For the plastic Mac.
And you could do with a new raincoat, too.
Gee, I could do with a new everything.
A new woman?
More in your line of territory, Reg?
Oh, come on, Colin. Faithfully married? That only applied when people lived until they were 40.
Flesh and spirit both unwilling.
Oh, I don't believe it. Look, if you could pick any woman at the bar, yours for the night, which one would you choose? See? Not that unwilling. Ah, Diana. Diana Morris, Colin Wilson. Diana's one of my liberal studies students. The usual?
Crowded. Well, I mean, not really, I suppose. I mean, not really crowded. Do you come here often? No, you'd be too young for that one. Only in the mating season. This is a goon show. That's what I never understood why it was funny either.
Have you got a cigarette?
No, I don't smoke. I'm trying to give it up. At least I am trying, yes.
Another one, Colin?
No, not for me, thanks. No, I've got to rush. Look, nice meeting you. Bye. Coat, bag, sorry.
Come on, Mummy's in a hurry. Your dinner's in the oven. Off you go. Bye-bye. Oh, you might have phoned.
I tried. 3 times.
Dad.
I tried to talk to her about hugging the phone, and all she said is, Mum, you've forgotten what it's like being in love.
She's probably right.
Oh, rubbish.
What is it tonight?
A fresh approach to fondues.
God.
Roddy's mislaid the car keys.
Roddy doesn't mislay things. He loses them.
Oh, put the rubbish out.
Milk bottles?
Shan't be late.
And 1, and 2, and 3.
Father. What are you doing?
It's just trying a few exercises.
Why?
What's the matter? Post office disconnect the telephone? Who was it this time?
Oh, no one special.
Oh. Is everything all right?
Of course. You are going to be the new head next term. Hello? Oh, yes, hold on just a minute. And don't listen, eh? Oh, and Dad, you'll be all right.
I'm not all right.
should we do first, dear?
What are you talking about?
Dinner. The Hendersons or the McAfees?
We don't even like the Hendersons. The McAfees always end up trying to kill each other.
No, but actually we owe the Hendersons a dinner. It's only lunch with the McAfees. But I had Mrs. McAfee round for afternoon tea before the Tupperware drive. The Hendersons, I think. And Reg and Isabel.
Oh, lovely. Reg and Isabel. We haven't seen them for at least a day.
We owe them a dinner. And an Elevenses.
You wouldn't like to swap that for 2 afternoon teas, a morning coffee and lunch in town, would you?
Yeah, I thought I might try that fondue we learnt. And fresh fruit salad. Oh, watch it.
Oh.
Have you applied for McIntosh's job yet?
No, not yet.
Oh, you don't sound too keen. I thought that's what you were waiting for. That was your ambition.
The only ambition I have now is to one day own a raincoat I'm not ashamed of.
Are you wearing a singlet?
No. Oh.
Yeah, of course, Reg and Isabel aren't too keen on the Hendersons either.
Well, then it'll be perfect. Here's your Scotch, Reg.
Thanks. Oh, no ice, thanks, Colin. Hardens the arteries. First here. It must be early. Or did we get the wrong night?
The Hendersons are usually the first to arrive.
And the last to leave.
Oh, no, not the Hendersons. Didn't I tell you? No, it's Judy. You know, from Colin's school. That nice relief teacher.
Who's she relieving?
Well, she and her husband are coming.
Oh, I thought they'd split up.
Oh, yes, they were, but they're together again now.
Interested to meet him.
Isn't it lovely hearing about a couple getting back together again?
Yes.
These days, I don't know. Nobody seems to last.
No.
I hear the Watsons are about to split up.
I heard he wasn't very nice.
And that couple down the road. He left when she was having her third.
Oh, Isabel, that's dreadful.
Isabel keeps a map of the district on the kitchen wall. When a couple split up, she sticks a red flag in the thing.
Not.
I'm keeping our red flag handy, just in case.
She's got quite a young family. He's an accountant.
And a JC.
One of Reg's many pet hates.
Oh, accountants or JCs?
Both. Ah.
Isabel, more sherry.
Please, oh. So you got ice in yours. Very trendy.
Hardens the arteries. Why not?
Yeah?
Thanks.
Good luck.
Well, now, Robert and Judy, I'd like you to meet our neighbours, Reg and Isabel.
Hello.
Hi.
How do you do, President?
I'm Colin.
Ah, the incumbent principal. Judy's told me about you.
Do sit down, dear.
We've met.
Indeed we have.
And, you've been teaching our son, Stephen.
Oh, yes, yes. I like him.
We don't much. At the moment.
What would you like to drink?
Oh, G&T, darling.
Mm.
Me too. No ice, thanks. Nice view.
We like it.
I hadn't realized there were so many nice houses tucked away here. What's that big place up above you, the Tudor top story in floodlit Punga?
That's Cooper. You know, the gynecologist.
Goldfinger.
The place next door.
Ours.
Oh, I didn't mean that.
He simply refuses to spend any money renovating it.
We can get the phony Spanish tradesman to put in the phony Spanish courtyard. Do you like Antipodean Dago architecture?
Well, I say, haven't we met before? Insurance.
No.
A teacher's college. He's a lecturer.
You came to me once for advice on JC business.
On JC business?
The Womble Adventure Playground.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. You didn't think we should build it?
I shudder every time I drive past.
Oh, Reg.
The Womble Adventure Playground. Where's the adventure? If you stick a whole lot of wombles in a playground, you've killed the kid's imagination. A womble is a womble. Bits of rope and timber can be anything.
Even wombles.
Your way, you'd need supervision.
Then let the JCs supervise. Do something useful for a change instead of forcing old ladies into cars on hot afternoons.
Well, I think the JCs do a lot of good.
Only if they're going to be caught in the act.
Well, Reg, must be an interesting job.
Well, it'd be fine if there weren't any students. Trying to get them interested in anything is impossible. Most of them don't even read. The secondary schools have seen to that.
You usually blame television.
I always used to play tennis.
You see, it's this obsession with material things, with personal comfort. When you're on your deathbed, it'll be the things you've seen and done you'll look back on, not how much wall-to-wall carpet you'd owned.
Says that to all his students.
Real security is having half of War and Peace still to read.
At home, he reads Biggles with the electric blanket on.
I used to quite like old Ginger.
Well, perhaps if we force kids to study Biggles at school, they come home to War and Peace.
What are Biggles?
Oh, Elizabeth. Biggles. Every boy's flying hero.
Oh, that's all very well, Reg. Well, let's all sit up, shall we?
I have to confess I've never read Biggles either.
Oh.
Probably banned at my school.
Probably.
How can you ban anything these days? They can either see it on the telly or get it at the corner store. There we go.
Hey, what's this? Especially bottled for Colin and Elizabeth Wilson.
Yeah, they were a good buy, those wines, Colin. Let's see, National Business Review.
Public Service Journal. Red or white, Rich?
What other colours have you got?
Get off.
Ah, white, thank you.
There we are.
Ah! Bit of a cock up, this lot.
What? Oh, no. Specially bottled for the Wimarama Lawn Tennis Club.
What? Oh, Colin.
The essential preserve of her writing remains very much within this confined milieu. Jane Austen, like no other writer, has fastidiously chronicled the manners and morals of that genteel but guarded society.
How are things?
Okay.
No worries?
Mr. Wrightson.
What about him?
Is he?
What?
Well, he was sitting in his classroom.
So?
Well,
We all do that. Thank you, and good night.
Oh, it's all just cell tape, sir.
Hang about at home, boys, eh? They said they were studying photographic technique. They probably were.
Oh, am I supposed to attend PTA meetings?
Well, of course you are. I wouldn't bother. They usually end up as a battle between those parents who undress in the dark and those that have got their kids on the pill. I sometimes think we're redundant.
I sometimes think we are too.
For God's sake, don't tell the department. You know you can't do that here. Can't get school cert in it. Go on off
Where's the bus?
Yes,
Hop in.
thanks. Come on, when you go.
Oh, thanks.
Only instant, I'm afraid.
Oh, well, that's all right. I can only stay a minute.
Not that instant. Well, make yourself comfortable. At least we can find anyway.
Well, thanks.
Milk and sugar?
Yes, no, just the milk, thanks. I'm trying to give up the sugar. Ah, pull through.
Have you read that one?
No.
Oh, it goes right round Asia by rail.
Oh, that sounds marvelous.
Borrow it.
Oh, thanks.
Not much room.
Well, it's nice. Oh.
No, it's not. It's mine.
How long have you been here?
Oh, not long.
Why did you? No, look, I'm sorry. That's none of my business.
Leave him. I suppose because finally, every time I heard him arrive home, my heart would sink.
I see.
Gee. I hear you'll get the principal's job next term.
Well, I haven't even applied for it. Oh, I have trouble handling my own kids, let alone 1,000 of somebody else's.
It doesn't show in Jane.
No.
You've got a son at school too, haven't you?
Roddy. He's into basketball and cars at the moment. Other passions as well, but he keeps things pretty much to himself. And there's Caroline. She's nearly 5. One of those unplanned events that was naturally my fault. Messed things up for Elizabeth a bit, that. Dashed her hopes of a new career. She'd envy you.
Well, there are snags.
Oh?
For one thing, men automatically assume as soon as your marriage packs up, you're available sexually.
Do they?
That's what's so nice. Being able to sit and talk to you without waiting for the first lunge.
Well, I'm not really the lunging type, am I? Gosh. I was really as bad as that?
Sometimes. Look, there are a number of married men who call because they just happen to be passing. Or they just happen to have a bottle of gin with them. More coffee?
Oh, no, thanks. No, I really must be pushing. Sorry. I've been going.
Hey, don't forget the book.
Ah.
You belong?
No, meeting won't be late.
Might at least shut the door.
God, Isabel's cottage industries are driving me mad. If it's not the trundle of the spinning wheel, it's the tap of tiny hammers on silver. I'm expecting a bunch of elves to appear at any moment. Now she's into leather, and not the way I'd like it.
I'm not sure I should be doing this.
What, driving the car?
Taking you to your mistress.
Oh, you give it such a delicious Victorian flavor. What's wrong with a bit on the side?
Makes me an accessory.
You know what she wanted to do the other afternoon?
Reg.
You're jealous.
Yes, I'm jealous. Jealous you got that much energy apart from anything else.
Colin, old boy, life is passing you by and you're only just beginning to realize it.
Anything you say, Reg.
Then why don't you pick me up after the meeting? You never know, I may do the same for you one day.
As long as I don't have to listen to a catalogue of your coital positions.
You mean there's more than one? I hear some women can do it lying on their backs.
Since the majority of us is agreed that there should be no change in the manner of preparing our school reports, we can leave the subject there. Even though I'm leaving, I'd like to take the opportunity of discussing a matter of grave concern to me. The moral tone of the school. There has been of late a trend. What began as an occasional outbreak of cow eyes and surreptitious holding of hands has become something more, much more. Only this morning I discovered two pupils of the opposite sex locked in the boys' toilets together. They said they were smoking. I don't believe they were smoking. In fact, I know they weren't.
What were they doing? Reg? Reg?
You came earlier than I thought. Won't be a moment. Where are my socks? Now, Diana. Diana. What time is it?
It's 10:30.
Oh, shit. My underpants are inside out.
Upside down. Tomorrow. I'll be in the car, Reg.
I don't know who you are, madam, but you've done me a power of good. What's the difference between a beetroot and an egg? Well, you can beat an egg, but you can't beat a
Reg.
You putting in for, what's his name?
Macintosh?
McIntosh's job? You should. Hell of a lot to be done.
You apply for it then.
Oh, I've been away too long. Whole system's upside down. If you're a good teacher, they promote you out of the classroom. And if you're terrible, they keep you there. No wonder the kids get any education at all. Nope. The only way out of teacher's college for me is to become an inspector.
I'll become one then.
Me? An inspector? Actually, I did apply once. But I'm far too outspoken for them.
Well, you get no sympathy from me. I'm just as trapped as you are.
What's the matter?
Nothing.
You've been funny lately.
Who's laughing?
Something at school.
No.
Something must be
No,
wrong.
nothing's wrong. Wrightson's just heading for a nervous breakdown, keeping up our average. The last 5 sports days have been rained off. The art room's had vandals in. No, nothing's wrong. Everything's exactly as bloody normal.
Sorry.
Every day I have to worry about book grants and kids wanking in the toilets.
Oh.
Well, it just hacks me off, Elizabeth, when I think of you doing nothing all day except sitting home reading the fucking House and Garden.
Colin!
Well?
You stay home all day and see how you'd like it.
If you're so keen on jobs, get one yourself.
I've been trying to get a job, you know that. Now, look, that last job that I applied for, there were 64 applicants, and most of them from women with degrees.
It's a pity you only had English 1.
That's not a very nice thing to say.
Sorry.
Is anything wrong?
No, nothing. I mean, no one thing. Oh, I can't explain it.
You used to be so full of ideas when you first started teaching.
Was I? I can't see any sellotape. Name.
Sex?
I think the only fair answer is occasionally.
Elizabeth? Righto, that was a foul. No, come on. Soccer we're playing. Not doing anything right.
That's all right.
Keep out of it.
Keep the line.
Play on.
Cut it out, eh?
Come on, play on, play. Free kick.
How did you do that for, Sister Edge?
Just want to see what it's like to score a goal. Bit of a dag, eh, sir?
That's absolutely true. Bit of a dag, eh? No. I'd have had him sent off.
You wouldn't have gone.
Get medicated.
That'll be for Jane.
Oh, excuse me.
Forgive me, old chap, but it really is a load of crap to say that team sports develop the character and all that.
Oh, yes, but they teach you to learn to take it and accept decisions you don't like.
Like you accountants accept the decisions of the taxation department, hmm?
Oh,
And it's people like you who tell kids if they trudge manfully back to the pavilion when they know they bloody well weren't out, it'll stand them in good stead all their lives. It's a lot of rat crap.
Now, just a minute.
Kids can see through all that. They know we're talking bullshit when we tell them that losing doesn't matter. They know enough about life to realize that winning is everything. But we go on feeding them that rubbish. No wonder they disbelieve 90% of everything else we tell them.
Well, I didn't mind losing at tennis.
She does now.
I wish Stephen hadn't believed some of the things he's been told in our house.
Oh, will someone tell dear to shut up?
Excuse me. Everything all right?
Tim woke up crying evidently. He was a bit upset. I had talked to him on the phone. He seemed to settle down.
You don't think we should go home?
He'll be all right.
I'm quite happy. If you want to leave...
No, Robert, we'll stay.
All right. Whatever you want.
Robert, do have some more.
Oh, thank you, Elizabeth. I've done very
Sure?
well.
Do you know, the first time I think I had a fondue must have been in Switzerland.
I didn't know you'd been to Switzerland. When was that?
Oh, years ago. Before I was married.
Oh, I adored Switzerland. It's so clean. Even more than Italy.
Oh, I just adored Italy. Rome.
Oh.
Do we have to go through the grand tour nostalgia bit?
Would you rather we had some more of your famous lines? Life's a bit like a fondue. Everybody trying to spare the best bits.
Oh, go on. Tell us about being filled up by the Spanish police and having your undies stolen in a Greek camping ground. I'll bet Judy didn't go in for all this premarital travel bit.
No, wish I had though.
You know, that whole generation of women buggered off to Europe for their working holiday and left the men behind to get qualified. And having lost their cherries in some Earl's Court tenement and spent all Daddy's allowance, they came back and got engaged to the first idiot who'd give them shag pile wall to wall.
In fact, I worked to put him through his honours year.
Yes, and I had a very big glory box.
He pretends to sneer at travel. But last year it was, oh, let's all go and live in Mexico. The year before, round the world in a Land Rover.
We haven't travelled, but we're going to Fiji next month.
Oh, super. I am glad. Consumer rated at a Best Buy.
Really?
Oh, yes. The hotel housemaids pull you off in the broom cupboards. Well, it's too late. You'll never catch a plane this time of night.
Please ignore him. One of his little 19-year-olds has just thrown him over. He feels that rushing off with his first-year students is part of the job.
More wine, Isabel?
I shouldn't, but I will.
What is it this time? A General Motors Saturn?
Whatever it is, I know you won't say no.
Now tell us, Colin, how you're going to bring the age of enlightenment to 700 pimply adolescents.
No, Reg.
Well, what do you think's wrong with the place, Judy? You'd have the least jaundiced view of it.
Well, I'm not sure. There's a terrible restlessness about the place.
Well, children are restless.
Amongst the staff. You know, I mean, every time the Gazette arrives, it's like a lolly scramble. Everyone looking for another job.
Well, either way, it's a mess. The whole system's built upside down. I mean, here's old Colin here, putting it on round the middle, his opinions hardening as fast as his arteries. And what happens? They put him in charge.
Jane wants to be a doctor.
Stephen's threatening to be a dustman.
There's nothing wrong with being a dustman.
There used to be nothing wrong with being a school teacher.
All right, settle down. Settle down. Quiet. Quiet. Shut up! All right. Now you've got exactly 1 hour to answer every question in this test, all right? 1 hour, starting... Shut up! 1 hour starting from now. All right, get on with it.
Please, sir, how do you know what the time is?
All right. You're all allowed to ask what the time is. Now get on with it.
Please, sir, what's the time?
Right. Get on with it.
Hi, Bob.
I'll stay.
What'll I do with Wrightson's? Family Planning Guide. And the Weight Watchers.
What?
Well, the kids fill out the coupons.
I'll see he doesn't get them.
He went quietly then. Congratulations.
Seems I'm the last to hear. Thank you.
Congratulations. No, I really mean that.
Thanks for coming.
That's all right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, you're off.
Cheers. Bye. And you are going to change things, aren't you? Well, some changes.
Congratulations. Shoot through.
Oh, bye-bye.
You can't gas yourself in that, mate.
What?
What was it? Wet.
Hey! Sorry I'm so late. I had a spot to bother with the kids.
Since the invitation was mine, would you like?
Oh, I'll have a gin and tonic, please.
Right, 2 gin and tonics. 2 gin and tonics. Double.
No.
He didn't have a tooth in his head. He was trying to dry his face in an automatic hand dryer.
What did he say?
I said to him, you can't gas yourself there, mate.
What did he say?
Oh, nothing much. Actually, it was me with my face in the thing.
Coffee? Oh, I've got some whiskey.
Or both. Do you mind? Oh, good. Ah, cheers.
So, you got the job?
Yes. I only applied because Elizabeth nagged me. You know, you're trained to want to be a principal, because if you're a deputy principal too long, people think you're a failure.
You are nice.
Well, that's as bad as saying he means well.
No, it's not. Look, I've watched you at school. Worrying about little things that no one else gives a damn about. You still talk to the kids. You care.
I sometimes jog past this way.
Oh, you should call in.
Well, it's pretty late at night.
And you don't have any gin?
No, I didn't mean that.
You've never had an affair, have you? Well, just about everyone else has. Except Robert. That's no recommendation. Why not?
Too frightened.
Frightened?
Getting the woman pregnant or getting VD, or both. Having my balls shot off by an enraged husband. Being jeered at in the playground by the kids in the know. Elizabeth finding out and leaving with the kids. Elizabeth finding out and leaving without the kids. Well, as it is, I get post-coital depression before I've dismounted, so add guilt to that.
Robert.
I think I'd better go.
Home to your wife and family?
Oh, where's my raincoat?
Sorry, I took it to school.
Mr. Wilson?
Oh, hello, Stephen.
Can I give you a hand?
Yeah, thanks. You got that mower going yet?
Try tuning on the gas, you might find that helps. What does he want?
He's giving me a hand.
Oh, yeah.
Give us a hand to lift this one, will you? It was in the house when we moved in. Oh, this domestic junk, I don't know. Possessions. Now, don't you ever get tied up in all this nonsense, will you?
Who are you talking to?
himself, apparently.
No, Roger, please. Hey, Roger.
Oi!
Sorry.
Serves you right for losing your raincoat.
I'm sure it's at school somewhere.
Who's in charge of lost property?
I am. Oh. Oh.
Are the milk bottles out?
Yes. So's the cat.
Oh.
Biz. Oh, for heaven's sake. When I come to bed at the same time as you know why.
Oh, Colin, I'm tired.
I mean, it's not as though I make these demands very often. Either having a period 40 days out of 28, or your parents are within a 50-mile radius of mine here, or there's an hour in the month or something.
Rubbish.
No, it isn't. I feel I should book you 35 days in advance, like one of those cheap airfares. And on the rare occasions when I do wish to enjoy my conjugal rights, you don't exactly welcome any overtures I might make.
What exactly is there to welcome? You come in here, prance about with a crutch hanging out of your pajamas, get into bed sweating and puffing and sniffing, read 10 pages of your wretched book, and then 20 seconds later I'm supposed to be shouting and moaning in ecstasy.
That's not fair. All I ask is that occasionally you make the effort.
Look, all I ask is that you realise that when I come to bed, I'm tired out.
Well, that's because you spend too much energy on trying to look like your mother.
All right, then. Come on, then.
What?
Come on.
What? What sort of an invitation is that?
Do you want it or don't you?
Oh, let's forget the whole thing.
Right, fine. Suits me. Just don't say I wasn't willing.
Look, I'll be there. Same time as usual. Yes. Bye.
Robert.
As you probably gathered.
Yeah. One horrible moment. I thought he must know
Oh,
something.
no. His way of nagging, checking to see I'd be there to see the kids. PCD?
What?
Post-coital depression.
No. No, it's just depression.
Why? You got what you want, you've got the job, you got...
Male menopause. I got the job, but so what? I mean, I feel doors closing one after the other. I'm stuck.
Oh, don't wallow.
Why not? I'm sorry, son.
Did you plan tonight?
I don't know what came over me.
Well, I think it's called lust.
I'm sorry.
Stop apologizing. Are things between you and Elizabeth a bit...
No. Yes. No. Oh. No, they're fine. Oh, you know, average. Well, we don't talk much. Except who's got the car keys, things like that. Not much time. I mean, we know each other's opinions on everything by now.
Do you still love her?
Compared to what? Oh, yeah. Affection rears its head from time to time. Huh? Does Robert ring you a lot?
Quite a bit.
Want you back, I suppose.
Well, feeling sorry for him isn't enough.
What will you do?
I'm going to go overseas as soon as I've saved enough.
Where?
Well, Europe and Asia. Do what Thoreau did in his book. Just get in a train and go.
Oh, I've never been
Where?
anywhere. After taking 4 years to get a degree and doing some teaching to get some money, I was married. Jane was being born. I should have gone. Oh, it can't be the time.
You'll probably get more exercise staying.
Yes. Judy, it can't lead to anything. I won't leave her.
I know.
Well, I just wanted to make that clear.
Establish the rules.
I know. I feel such a
Come on, it's all right.
I'm sorry.
Yes, Robert.
Hey, trick of a morning. Yeah, Terry, crack. Right.
I really admire you, you know. Getting out and doing it. See, I'll have to get cracking. Yep, I've always found it very hard to relax.
Huh?
Tense. That's a bad sign for one. Oh,
No, no thanks.
of course.
You won't die of cancer. You're more coronary material.
Well, that's what all the jogging's about.
I should be doing that.
Oh, I wouldn't take Colin's jogging too seriously. I suspect it's just an excuse to get him out of the house.
All the same. And no sugar, eh?
Or butter.
Really? Ah, the ladies.
Yes, Elizabeth's just been showing us the new blinds.
Nice.
Yes.
Well, you know your colours so long as you
Have some if you like.
Very well.
Oh,
Very well. Thanks, dear.
Aha! Judy's been telling us about the trip to Fiji next month. Sounds wonderful. I think it's a lovely way to celebrate your...
Sorry.
Oh, we'd like to have gone for longer, but everything was booked out.
Yes, well, look, that's what I can't understand when they say there's no money about.
There's only no money about for people on the average wage.
Ah, but they've all got their cars and colour television and go to the pubs all the time. No, I'm sorry. I can't feel sorry for these people.
No, of course you can't. You've got everything. You've got your house and your car and your fridge and your deep freeze and your wall-to-wall carpet in the lab. You don't have to start out getting all that and pay $50 a week in rent.
For years, Colin was earning less than most unskilled workers. Well, look at first-year doctors and hospitals. The porters and cleaners get more than they do. No, it's about time we had our
Don't you
turn.
see what's happening? The gap is widening. You can see it all round you. The kids from the good homes have all the advantages, while the poor sods at the bottom get further and further behind. I thought that's what this country didn't believe in.
Oh, what the hell can we do about it?
Last election, I didn't know who to vote for. Just couldn't make up my mind.
So you voted values.
Yes.
So did I.
Of course she did. The Cottage Industry Party. The value of everything and the cost of nothing. Still, at least you didn't vote for the Pork Party.
Well, I did.
You only voted for the local candidate because you thought he was such a nice man.
Willie was. He had nice manners, and I think that's important. Most of the Labour people are so coarse.
Well, I voted for the coarse lot. Shit. The Labour Party. You know, they remind me of a television documentary I once saw on sleeping sickness. All these people who'd been half asleep for 20 years were given this new wonder drug. And suddenly, they all came alive and sang and danced for a bit. And then the drug wore off and zap. Back to sleep for another 20 years.
Does it really make any difference who we vote for? Whoever's in power, they're only going to spend most of their time undoing what the other lot's already done.
I think you're all wrong, actually. Things have taken a turn for the better.
Oh, come on.
For years and years, people have assumed that if things go wrong, the government will come rushing to their aid. Well, now I think people are beginning to realize that you can't always rely on the state for a handout. Well, the state can't afford it. And the only way out of the mess is to knuckle down and do a bit of good, hard work.
Nothing like a dose of unemployment to make the men work harder, eh?
Well, I'm afraid it's true. Not that the unions ever allow it. They're out to wreck the economy, as we all know.
Oh, that's just so bloody middle class, it makes me want to throw up.
And why the hell is middle class suddenly a term of abuse? Everyone in this room is middle class. All that means is that we were brought up to work hard and get a decent job and try and lead a reasonable life. And I'm damned if I'm going to be made to feel ashamed of doing that.
Oh, Elizabeth, you don't really believe all that shit.
Jane?
The newspapers and telly delight in telling us that everywhere else people are starving or being shot or drug addicted. It's all designed to make us feel that New Zealand is the only country in the world to live in. And now we believe it.
Jane!
We believe we're nicer than other people. Niceness is in our genetic code. Whereas we're as nasty, money-grubbing, violent, prejudiced, alcohol-addicted a race as ever walked this earth.
I'll drink to that.
And I'll get the dessert.
Lovely meal, Elizabeth.
Do you think so?
Mmm.
We're doing flambe next week.
Oh, that'll be lovely. Elizabeth? I've just been with Jane. She thinks she's pregnant. Isabel, she...
Oh, my God. Stephen?
Oh, it's impossible.
Mr. Wilson? Hi, Stephen. Can I give you a hand? Yeah, thanks. You knew, Reg.
No. Well, yes. Stephen told us he'd got some girl into trouble, but he wouldn't say who it was. Like some journalist refusing to reveal his source. Well, now that we're going to share the same grandchild, shall we be Granny and Gramps, and you Grandpa and Grandma, or... Ah, the bloody little fools.
You don't have to wear it. Oh. Elizabeth says I'm hopeless choosing things like that.
It's lovely.
Judy.
What?
Come away with me.
For a dirty weekend.
No. For good. Come and live with me.
What about your family?
I'm really irrelevant to them. I'll give up my job as principal.
Am I really worth giving up the job for?
Oh, yes. I haven't felt so alive, and I've God knows how long. It's like I was when I was a student. When, when everything was exciting. I thought we could go away together, like in the book.
Come on, I'd love to. I really would, but the thing is, I think I'm going back to Robert.
I thought you
Look,
said...
things between Robert and me will be just the same. It's the boys.
What about us? We can still see each other.
No.
But Judy, you said...
No.
I used to have these fantasies about us. We were in Europe, in the Alps, and we'd been walking all day. We'd arrive at some inn, exhausted, have hot bath, hot meal, and we'd be all warm and cozy, just like we are now. Who the hell's that? It was not Robert. Oh, my God! Don't let them in!
I can see the lights on.
Oh, no.
I'll get rid of them. Just a minute.
Good. Later than you think. I thought that I would just pop by and say, hello? Colin.
Reg just happened to be passing.
I suppose you just happened to be passing too?
Yes, no.
Congratulations. Welcome to the least exclusive club in the Western world. We have got to have a drink.
Now, see, Reg, you don't understand.
Oh, I understand. I can think of some who may not.
Reg, I want you to go.
Reg, look, I wonder if you wouldn't mind...
Giving you a lift?
Yes, you see, I'm running late.
So you are. Yes. I'll see you in the car.
Oh.
You see, I was faithful to Isabel for 8 years. And then I woke up to the fact that I was keeping myself intact for nothing. She doesn't really enjoy it. Oh, she does have fighting cats impersonation from time to time, but she'd rather have the spinning wheel. Colin, old boy, once you've got over the sleepless nights and little lies and deceits, you'll find the merry-go-round you've got on is just about worth it. You'll get no sympathy from me. I'm just as trapped as you are.
In the words of the English poet Milton, parting is such sweet sorrow. Saying goodbye is never easy, especially to people with whom one has had a long and pleasurable association. You are all my colleagues, but you are also my friends, and I shall miss you all. But I go knowing the place is in good hands. I wish my successor, Colin Wilson, the best of everything, for he faces many problems, none more pressing, in my old-fashioned opinion, than the rising tide of immorality. We, the teachers of the young, are the last bulwark of decency. If we cannot teach by word and deed the rights and wrongs of how to behave, then who will? Who will?
on, everybody. It's not the end of the world. Do you know how many babies are born to girls under 18? 3,500. That's 10 a day. Right now, this scene is being acted out in 10 other homes around the country. 20 of all the fathers confessed. You should have put her on the pill.
How? It'd be like saying that we approved.
I'm sorry, Elizabeth. I don't want them to get married.
Oh.
No, Stephen's far too young. I'll willingly pay maintenance or whatever it is you pay, but I don't want him tied down.
They may want to get married.
Oh. He sees young men with long hair pushing prams and he thinks it's romantic. He doesn't see them cooped up in bed sits with a baby crying, driving them frantic all day. No, I'm not having Stephen married at 17. And that's that.
She was doing so well at school. She was...
Does she have to have the baby?
You mean an abortion?
Yes.
We pay half.
Do our bit for Air New Zealand.
Oh, no, to think of... Oh, no.
And it's wrong.
What?
It's wrong. Abortion is wrong.
Who are you to decide?
It was wrong of them to have sex in the first place, but no one told them that. No one tells them anything's wrong anymore. And abortion is certainly wrong.
Are you a Catholic or just stupid?
Abortion isn't the answer.
It's almost the perfect answer. A few brief moments' unpleasantness and you've prevented 2, probably 3 lives from being ruined.
There's no way out of one wrong by committing another. Can't you see? It's people like you who encourage them to get into the situation they're in. What sort of example are you setting your students? You have affairs with girls who are too young to know better? You treat your wife like a piece of shit?
Mud prick! Wait till you find yourself in the same position and see how you like it.
Oh, I've got too much sense.
Oh, bullshit! Colin here's been having it off with your wife for weeks. What say she was up the dup? What would you say to that?
If anyone's interested, I'm not pregnant. I'm sorry, Elizabeth. I'm sorry that you found out anyway. I can assure you that it is all over.
I suppose that's why you came back.
No, it's not.
How could you? How could you come back home afterwards and look me in the eye?
You were usually asleep, which helped.
What I can't understand is why. I do everything for you. I try to keep a nice house. What have I done to deserve this?
It wasn't your fault, Elizabeth. I mean, it wasn't anybody's.
Was that absolutely necessary?
Oh, I can't stand all that claptrap he's been spouting all night.
I think it's time we left.
Oh, he'll forgive you. Look at Isabel. She doesn't care.
Bastard. I bloody care. All these years I've cared. And you just pretended I didn't because that's what suited you. But I do care. And you're too bloody mean to give me credit for it. Elizabeth, we'll get together about the children. Go on. Children.
Hope you make it one day. Look, old chap.
Too late, Reg. It's done now, isn't it? Would you like some coffee?
Well, what do we do now?
What we do now, Elizabeth, is the dishes.